Hello, welcome, and thank you for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Singh, topping our newscast tonight. In the wake of cases of credit card fraud, one fraud victim continues to deal with the consequences and claims the bank should have done more to protect its customers. News 2's April Knight has more.
Lyncia Dorr is wrapping up her psychology degree at the University of the Virgin Islands. But when she should be focusing on final exams, she's more focused on getting back the money that was fraudulently charged on her credit card.
Places like Winn-Dixie, Shell gas station, Panera Bread. I've never been to Florida. I've never purchased anything online from Florida. I did not authorize any of these transactions. My card was not stolen.
Lyncia first learned of the fraud in November when her credit card was declined at a store on St. Thomas. Credit card fraud and security breaches have been rampant in recent months. But unlike other fraud victims, Lyncia received only a fraction of her money back.
I looked at my account and I saw something that says the fraud claim was resolved. So I saw $580.70 and I said no, the amount was like almost $2,000.
This caused Lyncia to question the entire process of reporting and processing claims of credit card fraud. Banco Popular regulation states a customer must contact them within 60 days after the error appeared on the account. The questionable charges on Lyncia's account began way back in June, continuing to July and August, but she only opened her statement in November. Nonetheless, Lyncia says per FDIC regulations, she did file a report within 60 days of the November statement, the first one that clued her into the fraud. She says the bank should take responsibility.
They told me that they have been monitoring my account since June and they have been realizing that it has fraudulent activity on the account. Nobody notified me in the bank.
Lyncia continues to explore ways of getting reimbursed for the fraudulent charges.
I'm an international student, and these funds are saved in my account to help to pay with my tuition and other expenses that I have.
Reporting for News 2, I'm April Knight.
Now, News 2 has reached out to Banco Popular, and we are awaiting the bank's comment regarding its policies in dealing with credit card fraud. Count on 2 to keep you updated. As the de Jongh administration transitions to Governor-elect Kenneth Mapp's leadership, 4 governors gathered in a rare moment at Government House in a show of solidarity. Former governors Charles Wesley Turnbull and Roy Lester Schneider joined Governor John de Jongh and Governor-elect Mapp for a photo opportunity in various areas of Government House. Afterwards, the governor's cabinet met with the governor-elect's transition team. Mapp thanked de Jongh for a good transition so far. He said they hope to get a good understanding of the issues confronting the government as well as its agencies. De Jongh stated that at the end of the day, his team also hopes to provide a compilation of data on the government's operations. The Mapp transition team is chaired by Lieutenant Governor-elect Osbert. A Superior Court judge made a ruling Monday that forces the St. Croix District Board of Election to conduct the recount procedures in public. The ruling was in response to a request for a temporary restraining order by the VI Daily News against the district board, which prevented the public from observing the recount procedures, according to the paper. Meanwhile, Senator Narita O'Reilly is opposing the procedures of the recount for Senator Alicia Hansen and is asking the court to halt the process, saying the board gave Hansen votes cast for various other names. School was back in session after classes were dismissed at Bertha C. Bushelton Middle School around 1 p.m. on Monday due to a foul odor in the surrounding areas. Now, DOE officials say they are working diligently to resolve the problem. They reported that the problem is being managed by the district and the Thomasville management. Classes were in session today. Count on 2 to keep you updated. Meanwhile, Department of Education Commissioner Donna Fred Gregory stated she's disappointed that instead of coming to her directly, the local teachers' unions chose to go to the media with their concerns on the continued implementation of the new Teacher Leader Effectiveness Initiative. The union expressed concerns that the rollout of this system within the given school year, on top of several other initiatives, would be overwhelming for educators. The commissioner also said she's baffled that such concerns were not expressed during the planning process in which both district presidents were extensively involved. The system is important, according to the commissioner, and is intended to improve the effectiveness of the teachers and administrators territory-wide. She also said that since August, the department has been providing the necessary professional development to support new teaching strategies instead of jumping straight into a full-blown implementation. The commissioner emphasized that in terms of the rollout of the new system, the department is only collecting data this year to use as a baseline. Full implementation will follow in the 2015-2016 school year. Well, they may not be drivers as yet, but Leonard Dober Elementary School administrators and AT&T hope that a simulator will drive home an important message. With 4th through 6th grade students at the school, no text is worth a life or injury. The simulator is part of the It Can Wait campaign founded by AT&T in 2010 to put an end to the dangerous habit of texting behind the wheel. The It Can Wait movement was started by AT&T in 2010. The wireless provider had its wheel and pedal simulator at the school last Friday as part of a career fair held at the school. 5 UVI student researchers took top awards for poster presentations at the annual Biomedical Research Conference for minority students that was held in November in San Antonio, Texas. One UVI student, Chantel Eibel, also made an oral presentation, which is the largest professional conference for minority students pursuing degrees in STEM fields, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. There were among 17 UVI students who attended that conference, with most presenting posters based on their research. UVI's poster presentation winners were Ayana Fredericks, Serena Joseph, Kaylin Nisbet, Chelsea Marcel, and Crystal Winter. Congratulations to the students. A Coast Guard helicopter rescue crew from Air Station in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico, hosted 2 U.S. Virgin Islands fishermen to safety Monday morning, approximately 14 nautical miles south of St. Thomas. The 2 fishermen reportedly went out on a fishing trip Sunday morning from Coki Bay in St. Thomas and became adrift after their dinghy ran out of fuel during the return. The Coast Guard aircrew located the fishermen around 1:57 a.m. Monday aboard their 12-foot dinghy, waving their arms for assistance. The fishermen were hoisted to safety. The survivors were transported to the Sierra King Airport and were seen by emergency medical service personnel. Turning our attention overseas, the Senate Intelligence Committee has released a report blaming the CIA for interrogation techniques that went so far. The report calls it torture. Senator Dianne Feinstein has released these findings of her committee's controversial 5-year review of the CIA's treatment of terror suspects after 9/11. The more than 6,000-page report on secret overseas detention facilities concludes the CIA routinely went beyond what was legally allowable. Enhanced interrogation techniques weren't effective in getting information, and the agency systematically lied about effectiveness of the program in order to keep it going. Republicans on the committee did not participate in writing this report and voted against its release. Keeping our eye on the economy, U.S. markets had mixed reaction to a plunge in China's stock market and concern over political instability in Greece. The Boeing jet announced it will trim production of its 747-8 jumbo jet series because recovery in the cargo market has lagged behind expectations. The company says it's delivered 80 planes since the aircraft's 2005 launch and has 39 unfilled orders, adding the slowdown isn't expected to have any significant financial impact on Boeing. Here's a look at the New York Stock Exchange with our stock market watch. The Dow down 51, NASDAQ up 25. Coming up on News 2, catch up with Jolly Ole St. Nick and prepare your Christmas gift list. Also, looking to fill up the Christmas calendar and enjoy some fun? We've got you covered. Well, 'tis the season. Last Sunday, many attended the annual Christmas Spoken Here at the St. George Village Botanical Garden on St. Croix. Santa was on hand, of course, to pose for some photos. There were lots of fun activities for the young ones, opportunities to win raffles, such as a tree completely decorated with Jan Michel's ornaments, a huge array of vendors, and live music by the Good Hope Country Day Chorus, Central High musicians, UVI's Voices of Inspiration, and the Southgate Baptist Church, as well as the Calvary Baptist Joint Choir. Of course, sales. Many took advantage of the sales on new merchandise in the nursery and museum stores. They are making spirits bright with the joy of Christmas lights. The 19th annual Christmas lighting of the trees, as we reported, kicked off at the Franklin D. Roosevelt Veterans Memorial Park with a youth celebration presented by We from Upstreet. That was late Sunday afternoon into the evening. On Monday, it was cultural night, and this evening, many are presently enjoying the festive atmosphere that began at 6 p.m. with Nostalgic Night. All the events are free, and members remind you to bring your chairs. Didn't get your list to Santa as yet? Well, this Saturday you can meet up with him and have your photos taken at Sunny Isles Shopping Center on St. Croix from 1 to 5 p.m. Now on St. Thomas, continuing a tradition lasting more than 20 years, how about breakfast with Santa? Rotary Club of St. Thomas East, it will be hosting the event from 8 a.m. to noon. Also Saturday, December 13th at the Ivana Udoracan High School's cafeteria. Santa and Mrs. Claus will arrive aboard a fire truck at 9 a.m. The school's jazz band will also perform. Pancakes and sausages will be served. The Department of Human Services Division of Children and Family Services is coordinating a community gift drive for the holidays for children in need. Individuals, community sponsors, and families are welcome to donate a wrapped gift or gift certificate to the Department of Human Services Division of Children and Family Services at the Newt Hansen Complex on St. Thomas and at the office in Anna's Hope on St. Croix. You are encouraged to indicate intended gender and age on the wrapped gifts. Gifts will be accepted until December 18th. For more information, here's the number. Miss Michelle Benjamin, you can call 774-0930. A long-awaited event is coming up, 7 p.m. December 14th, The Rising Stars, a Carnival Christmas concert. That's going to be held at the Reichel Center on St. Thomas at 7 p.m. The young musicians will perform some of the familiar holiday tunes. Now, in 1992, during their annual Christmas concert at Reichel Center, the orchestra was recorded live in concert by Ochoa Studios out of Puerto Rico. This album, Christmas with the Rising Stars, live in concert, cassette and CD, sells very well during the holiday season, especially during the Christmas season as it includes local and national favorites. Special guests, The Soldier, The Mighty Groover, and the E. Benjamin Oliver Steel Band will also be there. Here's an event to mark on the calendar. The POINTE Dance Academy, they'll be holding their holiday gala on Saturday, December 20th, 7 p.m. and Sunday, December 31st at 6 p.m. at the James Savage Center for the Performing Arts, the former Good Hope campus. Guest artists include Marcia Schumann, the Barbershop Quartet, and others. Again, that's December 20th and 21st. Well, are you ready for Wyco's 30th Christmas tree lighting on Wednesday? The Havenside Mall Merchants Association and Wyco, they're presenting the events, which begin from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. on the dock. Entertainment will be provided throughout the day by a multitude of youth groups. The Christmas tree will be lit at 6 p.m. right after Santa's arrival. Wyco will also open its first ever Kitty Christmas Village. You can expect vendors, great shopping, and entertainment. And be sure to join us right here on CBS TV2 for the sights and sounds from 6:30 to 7 p.m. We will hear from Santa, Wyco's CEO, Bishelty. We will also visit some of the stores to give you some ideas and share a special awards presentation. And with that in mind, there's a change in our programming we need to make note of due to the live coverage of the Wyco Christmas event. At 5 p.m., Best Bites will air. 5:30, it's Judge Mathis. 6:30, the Wyco Christmas. Then 7 p.m., News 2 airs at our regular time of 7 p.m. 7:30, CBS Evening News. And at 8 p.m., Ellen. Then after that, 9 p.m., our usual primetime lineup. Be sure to stick around. Your News 2 AccuWeather forecast is coming up next.